As you coming in, let me know if you can hear me. Hey, Cynthia. So, y'all, I'm trying out a whole nother software, an entire nother software. This is just kind of like a trial run. Hey, Brandy. Can hear you loud and clear. Okay, so y'all, like I said, this is a whole nother software that I'm trying it out. So this is a trial run. It's got a lot of nicks and stuff that I gotta try to fix in it. So and customize it and stuff like this. But I just wanted to kind of try it first since we having so many problems. So we're gonna try one more time to play these videos and people will get notification as hey dreamy girl as everybody comes in. So let's start over and let's see if we can do the part three first. And then let's see if we can get this right. This is it's crazy, y'all. I'm so sorry. But I think that's why people are switching out of they're completely switching out of StreamYard because StreamYard gives you so many problems. But let's see if it's my computer or StreamYard. So before I go trying to blame something. So hold on, let me see if we can and y'all tell me immediately if you can hear it or not. Okay. Hold on. Thank you, Bridget. I'm still working on it though, boo. I'm still working on it. Let's. I tell you what. Let's do the crime stories first, and then let's go back to part three because I may not do that. So let's just see if it's gonna work this time. Okay. So y'all tell me if y'all can you hear that? See the warrant, please, and I can call my lawyer. Can I see the warrant before we walk any further? I'm calm.
We have a valid search warrant, so
I understand, but you haven't let me see it yet, and you're walking through my house.
it's right here. Okay.
I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
The reason we're here, okay, is we're investigating a call that we had.
Can y'all see that? Let me
You have a
pause it. Let me
son,
pause it.
and
Let
that
me
he's
pause it.
deceased, and
Pause it. Let me pause it.
he's here in this house.
All right. Can y'all please tell me if y'all can hear that or not? Can y'all hear that and can you see it? Yes. Yes. So I got a yes. Yes. And it's clear. Okay. Okay, y'all. All right. Okay. 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 All right. Let me run it back. All right. So let me tell y'all, you guys, what this says. Let me tell y'all what this is. This is a young lady. The cops have come to her house because her 10-year-old son was reported missing. So y'all are going to see this is like an 8-minute clip. And I want y'all to see exactly what happens to this. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but this was crazy when I seen it. So let's play it. Um, Hold on, let me do something for a second.
house.
They're upstairs. I just made them go upstairs. I don't want to scare my kids. Can we just calm
These
down?
officers are gonna walk in there with you, and I got a copy of the warrant out here for you, honey.
Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer. Can I see the warrant before we walk any further? I'm calm.
We have a valid search warrant, so
I understand, but you haven't let me see it yet, and you're walking through my
we're
house.
it's right here. Okay.
I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
The reason we're here, okay, because we're deceased and he's here in this house. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
In a quiet Rock Island neighborhood, the shocking discovery of a young boy's body found in a garbage can left the community stunned. But as the details unfold, this tragic case takes an even darker turn, revealing a heartbreaking secret that no one saw coming. The police responded to a call that would uncover a horror that had been hidden for months. When officers first arrived, Sushi Staples insisted everything was fine, even as officers pressed her about the well-being of her children.
So we got kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No,
No.
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
What?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves.
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
What's her name?
Her name is Tony. This girl is never in it. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from.
Right. So they made some allegation that you had a son and he shot himself
Sir,
and he's in your
come on
basement.
now. You think, look where I live.
No, I get it. Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get out
No,
of here?
you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry, I'm not about to have my black rights violated because someone makes Uranus allegations like this.
I know. Like I said, it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing if, we have to investigate it, no matter how crazy it sounds.
If you want to do that, I would suggest you go through the proper protocols. I'm not about to let some crazy woman who now has my husband make Uranus accusations like this and have my rights violated.
No, I get it. That's what
That is not okay. I have 4 girls in here.
That's what I'm just asking. I'm not
4 children.
I'm not trying to blame anything on you. I'm not saying this is true. I was just asking. Okay.
This is nuts.
That's all it is. Okay. All right. Well, sorry to bother you. Okay.
Determined to uncover the truth, police returned the next day with a search warrant.
Hello,
Yes.
Sushi. Can you come out?
What's going on?
Well, just step on out. I'll explain everything.
Hey, my kids in here.
Okay, I understand that, but we have a search warrant for the
We're asking you
house.
for your cooperation to be up front with us.
Okay, hold on.
Step on out.
No, step out.
Inside of the house, do you all have a search warrant?
The whole house.
The whole house.
You need to step out. Step out.
Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
open the door.
open the door.
We'll all walk in casually. We're not going to tear up your house or anything. So,
Calm down. My kids are in here.
Okay.
Please.
How many?
4.
And where at in the house?
They're upstairs. I just made them go upstairs. I don't want to scare my kids. kids. Can we just
These
calm down?
officers are gonna walk in there with you, and I got a copy of the warrant out here for you, honey.
Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer.
Everything's secured.
Can I see the warrant before we walk any further? I'm calm.
We have a valid search warrant, so
I understand, but you haven't let me see it yet, and you're walking through my
we're in
house.
control here. You don't run how we
Yeah,
do.
you don't. You're not in control of this.
Okay, I'm trying to see. Well,
So I need your phone too.
my phone. That's not my phone.
Well, that's the phone is taking.
Hold on to that. So, do you know why we're here?
No, I don't. I don't know why you're here.
Okay.
And I'm really scared because my kids are upstairs, and I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
Can I call my family to tell them to somebody to come?
You're not under arrest or
under
anything
arrest.
like that. Okay. That's why I'm sitting here talking to
You're
you.
not.
Okay.
Okay, I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion.
No.
Are you claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits.
Somewhere here, we need to get to the bottom of this Zion thing.
I can't
And
help
this
it
is
when
coming
people
from
call.
other. This is coming from other people. This is
I
getting
can't
mentioned.
help it when
Look,
people
this-
call and make allegations against me. People do this
Okay.
every day out of
Look,
spite.
look.
And I possibly had some visitors. It was probably the summertime.
So where
and I had
would they
people
get the
come
name
over.
Zion
Where would they come up with
Staples?
Zion Staples.
I don't
And
know.
It be your
People
son.
make it up all the time.
Birth certificate?
What is that?
Birth certificate.
For Zion Staples.
Zion Staples.
That's not mine.
Sushi Staples. Child. It's found in your room.
We
along
need
with
to
the Social
we
Security
need
card.
to get this
Stop
figured out. Stop this.
Lying.
It's over.
Where is that kid? You need to come clean because we're not going anywhere. This is just, you're just gonna dig yourself a bigger grave now. I asked you if there's anything with Zion's name in this house. You said no.
I need some extra help. Okay. That was it.
What do you mean by that?
I had a person that makes documents. And it was just really hard.
So is Zion a real person?
No.
Go and turn off for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail. What am I going to jail for? What have I
You just
done?
admitted to fraud.
So now you're going to railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your kid is. You're saying that he doesn't exist.
And my kid.
Rock Island woman faces several charges. After police say she concealed the death of her 10-year-old son in a garbage can in the garage.
Hidden in a trash can in the garage was the body of 10-year-old Zion Staples, who had been missing since December 2022. Sushi claimed the boy accidentally shot himself while playing with a gun, but instead of getting help, she hid his body, moving it from the basement to the garage, desperately trying to hide what happened. Initially, Staples was charged with concealment of a death, obstruction of justice, and failure to report the death of a child. On February 16, 2024, Staples was sentenced to 2 years in prison, with credit for time served. She was released from Logan Correctional Center on July 25, 2024.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? I know I'm so pissed, y'all. I'm so mad right now. Can you guys hear me? Please tell me if you can hear me or not. Can you call her and let her know we can hear her? I know y'all heard me cursing. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so irritated right now. First StreamYard. Yes, can I help you? First StreamYard, now this. I'm so sorry. Is Amber in here? I don't know. Y'all, these broadcasts and these streams are so crazy, but I know y'all heard me. I'm just mad as I don't know where right now. But anyway, let's go to the second. Okay, well, let me say something about the first story. And the reason why y'all kept saying the screen was stopped is because I stopped it because I was trying to talk to you guys and apparently you could not hear me. But what I was saying was in that video, if you look at how she was pausing when the police first came to her door, how she kept looking at her phone, that is an automatic red flag that she's lying, because if somebody can't look at your face when you're asking them a question, they automatically lying. She tried to put it on the boyfriend's girl. The second thing she did, now one thing she did do right was she did ask for a search warrant. So here's the thing, y'all, it's two things. The only way a police can get in your house is if you invite them freely, which I would never advise anybody to do, or with a search warrant. When they come into your house with a search warrant, of course, you have to let them in. As long as they have that search warrant, it is legal for them to search your house. So they don't need your permission. So, but of course, she did the right thing, but for the wrong reason because she was guilty as I don't know what. So yeah, I was trying to. So glad you did. Listen, y'all, when I get irritated, I will go in. Trust me when I tell you. Hey, Tawana. I will definitely go in. You can ask my son. All right, so let's play the second video. Hopefully, the second video will not knock me out. Okay, so the second video is a little bit similar, but this has to do with this has to do with this was a triangle love affair, but this is very short, so I'm going to see if I will not get kicked out of here. So if I get kicked out of here, y'all just charge it to the head, not the heart. Hey, Mondoose One. I answered your I seen that you comment on my replay and I answered it for you. So go back and look at it if you haven't already. All right. Hopefully this will now. I swear.
You're really mad because they like me. I don't know that in the you're insecure. You insecure about yourself. Who insecure?
These women have just discovered that they have killed someone.
All right, so let me know. Wait a minute, hold on. I didn't even share the screen. All right, so let me know, you guys, if you can hear me or not. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm gonna have to keep checking to make sure you guys can hear me because this oh my God. Just let me know if y'all can hear me. We can hear you. Okay, thank you so much. All right. So let me know when the screens, do me a favor, Latte, when the screen stops, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, let me know if you can hear me or not, because that means I'm doing commentary and that means that my audio has left. Okay, so just let me know.
Take a look as officers encounter two alleged cold-blooded killers after a love triangle turned deadly.
And she actually passed away from
Bro, stop playing with me,
No,
please.
seriously.
Please stop playing with me.
Sure.
Please stop playing with me.
Sit down,
bro. Please
sit down,
stop
sit down,
playing
sit down,
with me.
sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Please stop playing with me.
The reason for the deadly encounter supposedly all started with this man here. Daniel Gonzalez had been having an affair with his boss, Ashley Bocanegra. But when his fiancée finds out, she uses his phone to lure her over and attacks her with Daniel's sister, who was also recording the brutal assault.
Now, me and my stepsister, I mean, not my stepsister, my sister-in-law, we're very close, like, so close, like, you understand.
This is the moment officers came face to face with the callous attackers.
Hey, I'm Detective Carter with Gwinnett County Police. Are you your internet?
Yes, hi.
Hey, this is Detective Poppy or Sergeant Poppy.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We know that there was like an incident that happened earlier today. Has anyone called you about it since?
No. Was somebody supposed to?
Well, we just got another call about it. So I guess the girl went to the hospital.
Okay.
And she died.
She died?
She's dead. So, but we know that there was like an altercation that happened beforehand.
And that was mutual, and she came here.
Yeah, we understand that.
Yeah.
So, but because of it,
I wasn't going to kill anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not that person.
I get it.
Yeah.
But because of that, we have to kind of talk to you guys and get a more formal statement.
Sure, okay. Wow, I'm so sorry about that. That was not my intention. I've been mentally going through a lot. I have bipolar depression, and I'm just going through a lot right now. And you know, I came here from up north with my fiance. That's him.
Hey.
How you doing? I came here with my fiance.
Okay.
Yeah. So I came.
Are you
here,
the sister? The
yeah,
sister. Okay.
Sister. I came here with my fiance to start a new life, buy a house, everything like that, and I never expected him to basically cheat on me with someone at the workplace. You know what I'm saying?
So we would like to get like a formal statement. So we're going to ask that you come up to our headquarters and talk to us.
It's just right up the street.
Okay. All right.
I hear kids. Is there someone else here that can? There's someone here with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
In one interview room, Antonetta seemingly feels remorseful and asks for a lawyer.
I will say that, you know, I don't go out looking to harm anybody.
This is a lie. According to her sister-in-law, Antonetta lured Ashley to their house to beat her up.
That's not my intention. I do feel, you know, very remorseful about anything that has happened with that young lady. I'll also say that, you know, it wasn't my intention to even get into an altercation with her today.
In the other interview room, her sister-in-law had a much more chilling story as she acted as though she was
I'm right here, Latte. Can y'all hear me? Okay. So listen, let me say this to y'all. Y'all, the comments are coming in really, really slow. So that's why I'm not getting it. Let me say this. The one thing that you never do, and I know you guys already know this, do not ever, ever, ever speak to the police without an attorney, especially if you are guilty. Do not ever, because whatever you say, and I do mean whatever you say will be used against you. It's just like in that last video. That girl knew that she did something, but she continued to talk herself into a web of lies. When the police at first walked into her house, they told her that she was not under arrest, but she talked herself into being arrested. So the little more you say, if you know that you're guilty and you know that you've done something wrong, my suggestion to you is that you don't talk to the police, because the police will take everything that you say and use it against you. Everything. And then plus on top of that, she should have had her Miranda rights read to you. Whether you're under arrest or not, you have rights. So I'm not saying this is for if you're guilty or not guilty. That's what I always advise people. Whenever you come in contact with the police and they're trying to talk to you about anything, say little to nothing unless you are some sort of witness. And sometimes witnesses can talk themselves into handcuffs. So yes, do not volunteer any information. You never volunteer any information to the police. You let them do their job. Bridget said, why did she only get 2 years? She got 2 years because they couldn't prove that she did it. They could only prove that she hid the body because she told them that the boy accidentally unalived himself. So they couldn't prove that she actually did it, especially if they didn't actually find a weapon. So that's why. And then again, it's different states. Had that been Florida, yeah, it would have went a different way. So it's different states, but that's the reason why she only got 2 years, because they could only prove that she was it was neglect, and I think, I'm not sure what the other charges were, but those charges only fall in the fact that she did not disclose a crime. She did not take her child to the hospital. So that's not necessarily unaliving a person, but that's contributing to their death. So that's why she only got 2 years. And I agree with you. If you're saying that's not fair, it isn't fair. But you know, in some states, their laws are different. And as you know, they have different legal terms for different crimes in every state. Sometimes you will go to certain places, just like I have said in my other videos, like you have adjudication, and then you have probation. Those are the same thing, but they're used differently in each state. So some if somebody will hear deferred adjudication and be like, well, what is that? Deferred adjudication is probation. But in some states they just say probation, but in some states they say deferred adjudication. So it's certain terminology, different laws, different crimes. I'll tell you another one: assault with a deadly weapon. That's assault with a deadly weapon, or I forgot. That is in some states attempted murder. So it's different terms. So if you see a assault with a deadly weapon in another state, that might be attempted murder. So it's so many different terms that they use that carry different type of time. It's just different. So a lot of people will look at somebody's record and say, hey, listen, it's like I will tell you this, sexual assault, sexual assault, sexual battery. Sexual assault is different from sexual battery is actually RAPE. That's what it actually is. But some states say it differently than another one. Some states say it very, very differently. So deferred adjudication in Texas, once you complete your previous sentence, is removed from your records. I think deferred adjudication is actually probation. Right, like aggravated battery. Yeah, so like I said, y'all, it's different states, and it could be the same crime, but it has a different title to it and different types of um time to it. Like, let me tell you the states I would never want to get arrested in: Texas, Florida, and Georgia. Never. And New York. Don't commit crimes in those states, please. Anyway, let me continue. Hope to God. Latte, let me know if my audio goes out. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, Latte. I see what you're saying. Okay. Now y'all gonna see this girl right here. She think it's a joke, but you know, hey, whatever.
dishing out local gossip of an innocent mother.
Let me start to where it leaded.
Okay.
They haven't been on good terms. So, arguments back to back. So, they're arguing or whatever. So, my brother, him being a man, cheats. Like always, he's feeling less than, he thinks it's okay to cheat, so, So, he tells me who's he cheating with and stuff. Now, me and my stepsister, not my stepsister, my sister-in-law, we're very close, so close, you understand. She's more of a sister to me than my brother's a brother to me,
Oh,
Yeah. So, we're very close.
Yeah.
So, once he told me, I was just like, ooh, what the feller.
It's girl code.
Yes, right? So we were talking or whatever. And I was just like, oh, I forgot to tell you. No, I didn't forget, but that's still, So I was like, told her what happened. He explained, cheated or whatever. She was like, oh, really? She's upset or whatever. And so now that's all the messages. So she decides, now she's about to come see you. Now I'm about to beat her up. She comes to the house, big fight. Big fight.
However, for Daniel, hearing the consequences of the brutal attack made him break down in hysterics in front of sympathetic officers.
And she actually passed away from.
Bro, stop playing with me,
No,
please.
seriously.
Please stop playing with me.
Sure.
Please stop playing with me.
Sit down,
Please
sit down,
stop
sit down,
playing
sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Please stop playing with me.
Ultimately, a woman paid the price of this woman's jealousy and one man's unfaithfulness.
And so now that's all the messages. So she decides, now she's about to come see you. Now I'm about to beat her up.
She was
When you think that you are above the law, you end up paying the ultimate price. So my thing in playing these two videos to you guys is to show you that when you try to cover up a crime or when you're trying to lie, it always come back on you. The second thing is never, ever, 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 ever talk to law enforcement without legal representation. Do not ever, whether you're guilty or not, do not talk to law enforcement without legal representation, because you can talk yourself right into a sentence, right into jail. And a thing I want you guys to understand is lawyers and attorneys and judges, they have a different education than police officers. Police officers don't have to go to school to be police officers. They go to an academy. So their education on laws and statute is very limited. So they are taught things that they can charge you for. But a lawyer and an attorney and a legal representative, they have a breakdown of those laws and cases. So just like I said, here in the state of South Carolina, if you take a weapon and GUN and shoot it in the air, it's considered attempted murder. Let's say you got 5 people standing around you, it's considered attempted murder. So that's just can y'all hear me? I swear. Can y'all hear me? Don't get me to fussing. Please tell me if y'all can hear me. Okay. So that is what, like I said, attorneys and judges and lawyers have a different type of education than law enforcement. Law enforcement can charge you with just anything that they see fit at that time. So that is why once you get charged with a crime, it is up to you are innocent until proven guilty. They have the burden of proof against you, so they have to prove that you committed this crime. They have to have evidence, and that's when evidence goes to a DA or a prosecutor, and they decide if law enforcement had enough evidence to charge you. They either do or they don't. So that's really how the legal system works. Just because you get charged with a crime, that don't mean you're going to get convicted of that crime. Okay, law enforcement can charge you with anything. I mean, if it looks like something, they can charge you. That's why people get so upset at law enforcement, because law enforcement just say anything. I don't know, Joanne. You know, that's the thing I never found out. I don't even know if she know the girl was deceased because she's sitting there laughing like that. But I don't really know. So again, when you guys go and you deal with law enforcement, always know that if they say, hey, you have some sort of substance in your car or something like that, and you know you really don't have it, don't fight the police. Just be like, okay, you know, because you always can prove it. You know what I'm saying? I know that's easier said than done, but I always say don't argue with law enforcement, you know, unless, because a lot of police officers are not tolerant. They done dealt with so much that they're just going to flat out just be ugly with you. So of course you guys know that experience. Was she Mongoose one? I don't know. Was she at the door? I believe she was. I believe she was. So now, you guys, I want to take you do this third. I done got so frustrated, y'all, with this whole thing. I'm gonna go ahead and do this third one. Like, she should have been charged because of her laughing at the situation. Has she kept her mouth closed? Oh yeah, she got charged, Latte. She definitely did. She got charged. That was just like a portion of that, but she did end up getting charged. So let me go ahead and show you guys part 3. Again, part 3 of that 3-part family court situation where the young lady was accusing let me get this stop. Was accusing the father and his mother of sexually violating her daughter, because it went a whole different way, y'all. These cases go so many different ways. It's crazy. Hold on. I know y'all frustrated with me because I'm frustrated with me. I'm frustrated with this whole YouTube thing sometimes. All right, so let's see if we can pull it back up.
There's a rhythm in the markets. And if you want to learn to listen.
And y'all just let me know if you can hear. I haven't shared it yet, so just let me know if you can hear it. We are not frustrated. Girl, I'm frustrated with myself. Okay, so hold on. All right, so same thing. Just let me know if you can first let me know if you can hear the video.
Every morning in hardworking America,
I'm gonna let the commercial play just so y'all can tell me if you can hear the video.
Made from scratch.
Can you guys hear the video? We can hear. Okay, thank you. All right, so let me share it. And I'm going to take myself off the screen so you guys can see it clear. That's one thing I like about this particular software. I can take myself off the screen so you guys can see it clearer.
Needs to be on.
Your Honor, for the record, before we proceed this matter, there are some facts I must state for the record. I'm here on special restricted appearance as the representative of the descendant. And I do not wish to waive any rights, rather statutorial or procedural. And for the record, as the authorized representative, executor, beneficiary, I have demanded a jury trial in regards to this matter. Moving forward, for the record, Your Honor, I have filed an amended notice of recusal with an affidavit of fact on May 29, 2024. With all due respect,
All right, so let me tell y'all, does anybody know three? Yeah, I stopped it. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Okay. So it's three things. Does anybody know the three things that that within not matter of minutes, 5-10 seconds, three things. You're in a family court. Okay, thank you, Latte. You're in a family court. Three things that she just did that was just dumb. Off the rip. Does anybody know? It's three things. I take it she's in a family court. I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to let you see if you guys can point it out.
proceed this matter. There are some facts
now, so you have to have your.
Now, this is the judge talking to the mother. The mother's getting ready to come onto the scene. Okay, so I'm gonna play again. Listen to what she says. Okay.
Video on. They turn your mic off, but your video needs to be on.
Your Honor, for the record, before we proceed this matter, there are some facts I must state for the record. I'm here on special restricted appearance as the representative of the descendant. And I do not wish to waive any rights, rather statutorial or procedural. And for the record, as the authorized representative, executor, beneficiary, I have demanded a jury trial in regards to this matter. Moving forward, for the record, Your Honor, I have filed an amended notice of recusal with an affidavit of fact on May 29, 2024. With all due respect, Your Honor, I have not received a response from you in regards to this notice. Please note for the record, I have presented to this court on special restricted delivery all presentments to date. Moving forward, according to Georgia Code Section 1512-122 and 2020 Georgia Code Section 91138, rights to a jury trial is a reserved right. Please note for the record, at this time, I do not wish to add nor subtract anything from my presentments, and I stand behind my documents. And at this time, I respectfully excuse myself from this proceeding to await all notices concerning the trial by jury according to the law.
All right. So, can you guys hear me? Does anybody know what she just those three in that whole statement? What she's doing wrong? Latte got one of those right. This is a family court. You can't request a trial. It's a family court case. You cannot request a trial. You can only request a trial doing an actual litigation case and a criminal case. Okay, so that's one. Yes, you cannot request a trial in a criminal case. She sounds ridiculous. And the second thing is, now go ahead. The second thing is, she is trying to present herself as a sovereign citizen. Everybody know what a sovereign citizen is. They feel like they don't have to abide by the laws that is presented by the government. They feel like they are of another country or another whatever. So she feel like she does not have to abide by any laws at all. That's the second thing. The third thing, she said recusal. Everything she's reading, that whole thing that she's reading has nothing to do with a family court case. When you are trying to present yourself as a sovereign citizen, that only applies in a criminal case. And even that, United States government does not recognize sovereign citizens. And if you're a sovereign citizen on here, no offense. But even the courts do not recognize sovereign citizens. Okay. If you look up what that is, again, they think they do not have to abide by the law, and they come into the courtroom and say they are a representative of their self and that they are not who they are. That like they are an attorney representing themselves. A perfect example of that, if you watch the Waukesha trial, which that was a guy named Daryl who ran over about 10 people in a parade, and he came to trial and represented himself as a sovereign citizen, and it backfired because he got 6 life sentences. But anyway, that is what she's trying to do. And the third thing is she's talking about recusal. I don't know what's up with me today. She's talking about recusal, which means recusal. She's asking the judge to recuse herself from the bench. For what reason? There's two things that there's only one thing that you can ask a judge to remove herself if she has violated the right. Well, two things: she has violated her rights, or she is practicing law from the bench, and she has done neither one. So, practicing law from the bench, and also she for judicial misconduct, and practicing law from the bench. I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember all this stuff off the top of my head. But the judge has done neither one. So it's 3 things she's done wrong. Off the rip. Again, this is a matter of if you're going to go into a case and try to represent yourself, make sure you get some type of legal counsel before you go in there, some type of legal advice before you step into a courtroom. Just do that. If you can't afford it, I understand, but at least make sure that you get somebody that can go over everything that you need to say word for word in court and how to represent yourself properly. Or have somebody in the court with you that can guide you, that is of legal counsel. That's what I do. Sometimes if a person, especially if they're unsure, they're not confident enough, I will attend a court hearing with them just to kind of guide them as their legal advisor. That's what I will do. Of course, that's a charge because that's an appearance in court. So that's something that I do often as an appearance in court with them. So just get somebody. If you can't afford an attorney, get a legal counsel, legal representative, or a legal advisor, one or the other that will stand with you.
Okay. So first, you filed a motion for recusal, which the court denied. Looks like you filed, you need to turn your video back on. If you don't turn your video back on, I'm going to have a hearing without you. Okay, so turn your video back on. All right. You filed a motion for recusal, which the court reviewed and denied without there being sufficient evidence. I think you filed an amended one, which the court did not receive a copy of. You were supposed to send that to Chambers if you actually wanted me to respond to it. But you filed it via e-file. I'm noticing it now. It's going to be denied for the very same reasons. With regard to your request for for a trial, this is a custody matter. It cannot be a trial by jury because you can't have a trial by jury on a custody matter. So that issue would be denied. As for your representation, the court will consider you London Bouvier. That's who you are. That's what the court consider you as. If you want to consider yourself as anything else, that'll be up to you. But when I make a decision, it's going to be for your government name, London Bouvier. And that's what the law of Georgia is going to hold accountable. So when you don't do what I asked to do, your representative or whoever you think you might be won't be going to jail. It will be you, London Bouvier. Okay. So I want to make sure you understand that. So is that clear to you? All right. We're going to proceed in these proceedings. If you want to participate, that's up to you. If you don't want to participate, that's up to you. But I am going to make a ruling, and the law will be what the law is. I suggest you should participate so that you can be heard and that the concerns that you have, the court will have an opportunity to hear them. That'll be up to you, okay? But if you do participate, you need to have your video on. Ms. Giles?
Yes, Your Honor.
Start with your recommendation first, and then you can back up with why you made such decision.
Sure. And I think we're just here on the limited matter for contempt from that interim order that was entered in April, if I'm correct. And I agree with that, what's in that order, Your Honor, as far as getting visitation started
Okay,
from
hold on.
Elaine and Dad.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull back for a second, okay? Because I think I had to go to another case file to see those. Sealed orders, but hold on one second.
I don't always have 1 to 2 hours in my day to actually prepare a meal and then clean up after. Sometimes I don't want to go out.
Okay, so there's looks like that's not. What date was that?
The interim order is entered on April 19th.
April 19th.
So we were here, I think April 16th for the hearing.
Okay, let me
That's
see.
right, yeah.
Did you get a copy of it? Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, we.
Okay, I don't see it. Hold on for a second. Did you see it in the? It's not showing in Judge's editions. Oh, that's odd. Odyssey shows it. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't show. They didn't connect it. Okay, I apologize. So there are two things. There's Odyssey that everybody kind of looks at, and then there's Judge's edition, which is how we keep our notes based on a document, which is how we operate. I don't know why, but this interim order isn't there. So when I was reviewing the file for this hearing, I didn't see this order. So let me take a quick second to look at it. Thank you.
No problem, Judge.
Has this order been followed? Is it
No,
being?
Your Honor,
Yeah.
that's why we're here.
It's not being followed.
No.
No, right. We filed a contempt on this order on May 7th.
Really? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Okay. I had thought that this matter was coming back on the calendar because I continued it from the last matter, but now I understand. Okay, so there's also the contempt on the interim order. All
That's
right,
correct, Your Honor.
got it. I got it. All right. Yeah, all other issues shall remain. Okay. All right. So the order isn't being followed.
It is not.
That's the issue. It being followed at all, like no visitation or just being
No visitation at all, Judge.
all right, Ms. Bouvier, I've indicated to you once before that your video has to stay on. This will be my last warning to you. Turn your video on. Ms. Bouvier, if I say it again, I'm going to find you in contempt of court. If I say it again, I'm going to find you in contempt. So when any issue happens before, I'm going to have my deputies come get you. Okay? You turn it off again, I will find you in contempt of court. All right? So you will spend 10 days in the DeKalb County Jail. You turn the video off again. Okay? Did you understand me, Ms. Bouvier? Did you understand me, Ms. Bouvier? Unmute yourself and say so. Ms. Bouvier, I'm going to ask you one more time. I'm going to excuse you from this hearing. I'm going to find you in contempt, and I will pick you up. And your child will then go to Mr. Habib. Unmute.
I stand behind my documents. For the record, I stand behind my documents.
You can stand behind whatever you want. Do not unmute like I asked you. Ms. Marshall, go ahead and remove Ms. Bouvier from these proceedings.
Yes, ma'am.
I find you in contempt of court, 10 days in the DeKalb County Jail. Child will be presented to Mr. Habib. These matters will be continued thereafter. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. You all have a good day.
You too, Your Honor.
All right.
Stuck again. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Okay, so all right, so I hate that. I always like to do my commentary during. All right, so one thing I was saying was about this particular judge. I've been in her courtroom one time, but I've watched several of her cases. And if you've seen part two, I expressed this particular judge, she's very disorganized. She always, most of the time, judges always preview all of their stuff prior to coming to court. The only thing that they preview during court cases is evidence that is presented at the last minute, documents is that is presented at the last minute by each party. Okay, most of the time they preview their stuff. Now, I don't know if you can remember, that's why I hate, doing that. I'm gonna work on this, y'all. But anyway, basically most of the time, if you guys watch Judge Boyd, she's another judge, and you watch there's another judge, I forgot her name. She's in Cobb County, I think. But anyway, so basically, if you see the difference, they always preview their cases. And again, when cases go on and on and on for various amount of times, judges usually take jurisdiction over the case. And usually what jurisdiction means is the case cannot be assigned to another judge, especially if it's continued. So once a judge takes jurisdiction over a case, it cannot be reassigned to another judge. So, and she did that the second time. So anyway, I'm just not crazy about her. So this was actually a contempt hearing. She didn't even know it was a contempt hearing. She didn't even know it. But this was a contempt hearing because the mother did not let the father see the child at all, even though the GAL had already put out the report and the judge had already granted the report, granted and put it into an order that his visitation was first, third, and fifth weekends of the month. She did not let him see his child at all, none whatsoever. So in this court hearing, the first thing she does is she comes back as a sovereign citizen. Now, whoever told her to do that set her up for failure real bad. They set her up for failure tremendously. Oh my God. Can y'all not hear me again? Okay. So whoever told her to do sovereign citizen. Okay, thank you, Ariane. Thank you, Latte. Whoever is told her to do sovereign citizen set her up really bad. They set her up for failure. I saw that one already on True Crimes. She is a terrible mother and lying through her teeth. Which one, Dominica? Which story you talking about? You might be a little behind in the chat. Some of y'all might be behind in the chat because of this audio and this video. And I want to apologize to you guys for that. I'm going to work on this. Is my first time using this particular software, but I'm going to work on it to where I can get it right with the sound and everything. But again, she did sovereign citizen, which courts don't recognize sovereign citizens. In the end, the judge held her in contempt. They're going to pick her up for 10 days. And guess what? The father won complete custody over the child. She lost custody of her child. So as y'all can see, within 5 minutes, that wasn't even a custody case. That was actually a contempt of court case. It was continued. The GAL gave her primary custody. The judge just ripped that from up under her and gave the father just that quick. because one, she ain't cooperating with the order, which means that she won't give the father his visitation. She's doing it on purpose. And then she comes talking about she's a sovereign citizen. So that right there irritated judge. So bottom line is, when you irritate a judge, that's what's going to happen. You're not going to come out on top. So she ripped custody right from up under her, and she gave it. Yeah, so he was granted full custody. She gave him full custody. If y'all heard in the end, she said that she was, let me see if I can play it back. Well, I probably can't because I done deleted it. Anyway, if you heard her in the end, hold on, let me see if I can. No, you know what? I ain't even going to try because it keep messing up on me. I ain't even going to try. She ended up giving the father full custody. As you can see, when the police, now see, the crazy thing about this is she got off of that camera and she could easily take that baby and go. You know what I'm saying? That's the only negative part about those Zoom meetings. See, if they was there in person and she took custody away from her, they could actually have took her in custody right then, and then the father could have located the child wherever the child was at and went and got him. One thing about those Zoom, she's there with the child, so she can, and then she would be charged for kidnapping because custody was just taken away from her. So y'all see, it's like a domino effect. So in case she does do that by Zoom, and she know the judge told her that the police was coming to pick her up, she's going to do 10 days in jail. Her custody was revoked, and she decides to take the child and run, or take the child and put her with somebody else, she can get charged with kidnapping. So, I mean, that would be up to her. It's so many different elements. It's so many different elements to family court. That's why I always say, when you're not looking out for the best interest of the child, and you're just looking out the best interest of yourself, you're going to end up not only hurting yourself, but you're going to end up hurting your relationship with the child. Don't think that something, just co-parent. If you have two willing partners, the mother and the father, if they are willing participants, just co-parent. If you decided that you don't want to go yourself, if you decide that you don't want the other one, it's easy to co-parent. It's very easy to co-parent. But when one partner still has feelings for the other, or there's some feelings involved, it is very hard to co-parent. Very, very hard. And as you can see, if y'all was in the second one, if you haven't seen part 2, the guy said in there, or was it part 1? He might have said in part 1. He flat out said she started accusing him of these sexual allegations right after she found out that he was with another young lady and he got her pregnant. All of a sudden, it's allegations. All of a sudden, he can't see his child anymore. So now she done cost herself custody. So, that's why it's very, very important. I never ever, it was part 1. Okay, Latte. That's why one thing I never, my ex, he's not the best, he sucks as a husband, that's for sure, as a partner. But, and be honest with you, he sucks as a, parent. I'm just going to put it, I mean, he does, but I'm not going to, be the one that says, no, my child, or no, my children couldn't see him. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to play my part because it's going to play out in my favor in the end. So that's why I say, just play your part, do what's in the best interest of your child, and your child will see who is the parent that's keeping the weight and who isn't. Yeah, Joanne, you might be really behind because this audio is really crazy. But I promise you guys, I'm going to straighten this out. I'm not going to use StreamYard anymore because StreamYard is a hot mess. But I'm going to work on this is a new one. So I have a lot of tweaking to do on this particular software, but it is a lot better. But I got a lot of tweaking to do on it. That way I can bring you guys more live streams a little bit better. Again, this was me kind of playing with it. And as you can see, it didn't go too well. So is this one less expensive? It is, Latte. It actually is, and it has more features. It actually is. It's much less. Oh, she says she thinks she could. Okay. So yeah, it's much less. But again, you guys, I do apologize for all the technical difficulties that we had today, but I thank the ones that stuck in there with me. And hopefully next time, well, I know next time, I will have everything straight and it'll be a little bit better. than it was prior, because this was new to me. But I thank you guys for coming in and joining me and looking at all three of these. Just for everybody catch the replay. Please comment down below in the chat. Tell me what you think. But thank you so much, Lux, for coming through. Lux, girl, I miss you. Thank you so much for coming through. I'm glad to see you came out them bushes, girl. Lux, Latte, Joanne, Ariane for sure. She is a wonderful supporter. She is on Facebook and YouTube. She's become a wonderful supporter. But Latte and Bridget and the Maz, they are wonderful. I wouldn't trade my Maz for nothing. Dominica, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you guys for sticking in. And as I don't know if y'all see my community board. Yes, Cancer 66. It's quite all right. They have set a date for I'm about to say R. Kelly, y'all. I'm about to say R. Kelly. They have set a trial date for P. Diddy. Now, this is the earliest I've ever seen them do that, but they're pushing because of his conditions in jail. So they're pushing the trial up. So they managed to get that trial pushed up. So it's May of 2025. Of course, we're going to do a lot of coverage before then. But if you guys are in there and sticking in there with me, oh, Ariane, thank you, my love. If you guys sticking there with me, as you know, the other channel really grows, the legal analyst channel really grows. You'll see me cover a lot through 2025. This is really when I'm really going to get a jump on this channel in 2025. I'm going to cover that entire trial through its entirety. The entirety. And be honest with you, if I can get I'm going to try, if I can even get permission to even attend the hearing in New York, maybe 1 or 2 days when they do have the trial, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm definitely going to try and do that. I've done that once before. It wasn't in a big heavy case, but I've done it once before when I attended a trial. But I am going to see if I can get permission to go in there and attend that trial and try to, give y'all like some up close and personal coverage of it if I can. It's a lot of red tape to go through to get in there. But if you know the right people, you can get in there. So I am definitely going to try to get into the Diddy trial at least 1 or 2 days. Maybe not the whole thing, but at least 1 or 2 days so I can get some good commentary on it. Right, Ariane. So y'all stick in there. For those who have not go on Facebook, please go on Facebook. I don't post the last couple of days. I don't post as periodically as I want to, and that's because I would rather go live. I like going live than I like posting, y'all. That's just the truth. I like going live. So once they release, because whenever you do a new Facebook, they make you wait 60 days before you can go live. So I have about 6 more days before I can go live. So I will be live on Facebook, but it won't be about this. But I will be doing a lot of reactions on there. There's a reaction I'm working on right now, to be honest with you. And something else, I forgot. But anyway, it's a lot in store, you guys. Just stick in there. And we try to get out of this whole this entire LaTrue saga. Then we good to go. I'm just trying to pull away from that, y'all. I'm really trying to pull away from that. Pull my other channel. But anyway, thank you guys for sticking in. And again, I'm so sorry about today's difficulties. And once I try to learn how to use this thing, it'll be better. So thank you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I will see you guys on the next live. Thank you so much. Love you guys.